Hey, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at Chainlink. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. Now, if you haven't seen the previous Chainlink update, make sure to watch that before watching this one. It's going to be in the top right-hand corner of the video. Also, there are two donation links down below. If you want to support Ukraine, feel free to do so using those official links. That is pretty much it for the intro. Let's get straight into the video. So on your screen right now, we have a Fibonacci retracement that I have had on for quite a while. And this is our swing high over here, and this is our swing low with the extension levels to the downside. So the extension levels are over here. Let me just get rid of the price tag so you can see them properly. So the 1.272, the 1.414, and the 1.618 are the extension levels. Now these are going to be your targets after you lose the swing low of the Fib retracement, and that is precisely what you have done here in April of this year, just over here. So you had the capitulation all the way down to the 1.618, and so far you have been trading above it. Okay, you also do have a technical target at the second Fib level over here, which is your kind of plan B capitulation target, right? So this is currently sitting at $3.27. And in all honesty, I do not think that we are going to be retesting this level, because in that case, Bitcoin would need to drop to $16,000 to $14,000. And that is still a possibility. We definitely could see one last capitulation here in September before we start our inevitable, retracement to the upside. And once the energy crisis has been dealt with towards spring of 2023, that's when I think we're gonna, start printing more currencies with the US dollar and the euros, and that's when the markets are gonna start rallying, in my opinion, and that will be the beginning of the bull market that everyone is anticipating. But for now, it is time to be dollar cost averaging, and that's exactly what I'm doing. If you want to get my trade alerts, feel free to join me on Patreon. The link is down below in the description. So $5.61 is your current major support level here at the 1.618 Fibonacci level. Now, you could say that, yes, you could wick down below here. You have a couple of wicks, but this is made, for the most part, this is the level that we're going to be looking at. Now, if we start losing that, we could drop in a smaller Fibonacci retracement just to see what the 1.618 target would be in that case. So if we lose the low of $5.30, which was our actual low here in June, then our technical target would be at $3.85. So that's just based on this swing low and this swing high, but we haven't done that yet. So we're going to remove all of these smaller fibs. We don't really need them. On the big picture here, you can see that we lost the multi-month support trend line here in January of this year. And this was a huge sign that we are, breaking a bull trend, right? And if you can zoom in a little bit with me over here, you can see that I do have two channel patterns. So we had a channel down pattern over here, which is the blue channel, and you have been in this channel for quite some time. And here I did think we were finally breaking out of it. But what ended up happening is we simply had a little fake out from the blue channel, and now we're coming back down to it. We could potentially see a back test of resistance of the top level of the blue channel, and we could see a move to the downside, at least back testing the middle line of the blue channel. That is still a possibility. Also, you have to consider this white trend line that we have over here, this descending support trend line. We have bounced from it once here in May, once here at the end of May, another couple of more, 1, 2, 3, that's actually 4 times in June, and we haven't had a back test ever since. So potentially you could see a wick to that line. It's in September if we do see a major capitulation. And the second channel that you can see that we were in is the yellow channel here. So as you can see, you did retest this second level, or the top level, for the second time. You pulled back from there, you lost the support, and now you're back testing the yellow channel as well as the top of the blue channel, and you're coming back down. And in addition to all of that, you have the 55 and the 20 EMA in that area, and you have the 1.414 Fibonacci level. So a lot of resistance levels smushed in together in this area here at what's that, $6.99 to $7.25. So that area roughly, as you can see, that's where the 1.414 is. So that area has a lot of resistance, and most definitely, in my opinion, we're going to be sent back from there if we see a move to the upside just a little bit. So I would set some orders, anywhere from $6.40 all the way down to $5.75. I would be buying Chainlink in these areas. These are very cheap prices, and I do want to point out that we could have Chainlink staking announced in this month as well, which could pump the price. So you have to expect that with everything that I just told you regarding the resistance levels. All of that could be thrown out of the window if we get that announcement and people start getting bullish on Chainlink. You can see an enormous move to the upside here, potentially getting all the way up to that yellow channel's resistance once again, and that would be a great exit point at let's see, around about 10 to 10.50, right? So $10 to $10.50 per token. That would be a great exit if you are swing trading or you just want to, buy the rumor and sell the news. Now let's move into the daily RSI here. So as you can see, we do have a wide support trend line, an ascending support trend line here that we have bounced from once in May, once in August, and potentially if we have another capitulation, we could see another bounce in September. But if the capitulation is going to get a bit too difficult for the trend line to hold, we might even see a dump all the way down to these levels over here. And this would be perfect for you to buy into Chainlink, because once you're below the index of 30 on the RSI, that is considered oversold. So if an asset is oversold, that is the best time to be entering, because when an asset is oversold, that usually means there is a lot of fear in the markets. And as we all know, that is the best time to be buying. So that's regarding the daily chart. You do have this symmetrical, not symmetrical, but actually it is a symmetrical triangle here that we were in. We saw a nice break to the upside. We jumped or dumped down here, and we're retesting this previous support level as resistance. Now let's switch over to the Binance website. So moving over to the weekly chart real quick. So in the last update, we talked about our 20 EMA. We got rejected from there. We met our falling wedge pattern target, which is great. So this is a great trade that we had with you guys. So we started breaking out in July from this pattern, and we had a move all the way up to the 20 EMA, which was the technical target at $9.55 roughly. That was the technical target of the pattern, because that's where the pattern was created. And looking at the weekly RSI, like I told you, we are expecting a move to the downside towards this previous resistance, and that is almost what we did here. And we are having a bit of a bounce here, but still, this doesn't mean that we cannot dump, in a couple of days if we get some more bearish news. So this level here, I would expect to see retested, or this blue trend line. If things get really bad and we drop back into the pattern, it is still possible for us to back test the lower support of the falling wedge, which we have back tested multiple times in October of 2020, in July of 2021, in May of 2022, and we could do the same thing here in September of 2022. So be wary of these outcomes and be ready for all outcomes at the same time. So whether the price will go up or down, you have to be ready for both of those situations. And that's what I typically, say on the channel, because it's really important to do that, because if you have resistance levels up and you know where you want to sell, great. And at the same time, you should have some support levels down below in case the project dumps. You want to know where to buy, or you want to set those limit orders in advance. What you can do is you can open up the weekly Stochastic Rsi, and you can wait until we come all the way down into the oversold here, which is below the index of 20. My Stochastic Rsi is set with the length of 28, which is twice as much as the standard that you have here on the Stochastic. Usually it's 14. I upped it to 28 because I want less false signals. So like I said, once the stock RSI gets down to the oversold, that will be your indicator that you have probably bottomed out. in the short to mid-term range, but long term I think we are very near the bottom. Even if we do trade sideways until the end of the year, that's good for me because I get to buy these cheap prices. But if not, and we start the bull market in the next week, that's also great for me. That absolutely works for me, but I would much rather have much more time to buy into my altcoins at cheaper prices and just wait for the bull market to arrive. So that is pretty much it, guys. Thank you all for watching. If I missed anything important on the charts, please let me know down below in the comment section. Feel free to follow me on Twitter. Feel free to join me on Patreon, and I'm gonna catch you in the next one. Peace out.